Today, I want to share something with you, a secret. It's not a gimmick, not a hack, not a piece of classroom decor you can buy. It's a way of structuring time and freedom that quietly transforms children into the liberated, driven, socially responsible humans that this world so desperately needs. It's called the Montessori work cycle. If you've heard of it, what you've heard may be that it's just a chunk of uninterrupted work time, but it's so much more than that. It's the beating heart of a Montessori classroom, and I would argue one of the most revolutionary ideas in education. In most Montessori classrooms, the work cycle is a 2 to 3 hour block of uninterrupted time. Children choose what they work on based on the lessons they've had. They choose where to work, and they have the space to dive deep, really deep, into a task, challenge, or an idea. There's no teacher standing at the front telling everyone to turn to page 37, no loud bell signaling, put that away, it's time for something else. Instead, children learn to listen to their own curiosity, to follow it, to sustain it. And here's the secret. The uninterrupted stretch of time isn't just about academic work. It's about the conditions for deep focus, time choice, and a sense of responsibility for your own learning. In traditional schooling, the clock's the boss. Every 30 to 45 minutes, you're told to switch, whether you're ready or not. It's like telling a gardener that they can only water each plant for 30 seconds before moving on, whether or not the plant's roots have soaked in what they need. In Montessori, time's given as a gift. We know it takes most of us, children and adults alike, about 20 minutes just to settle into real focus. Once a child reaches that place, they're in flow, and flow is where real learning happens. With a long work cycle, a child can start a math problem, hit a snag, try again, change materials, pause for conversation with a peer, and then come back with fresh energy, all without the artificial interruption of a bell or mandated subject change. But it's not just about time, it's also about choice. In the Montessori work cycle, children choose what to work on. That doesn't mean chaos, and it doesn't mean avoiding hard things. It means they're trusted to navigate their own learning with a guide who observes, nudges, and supports. This is freedom with responsibility. A child learns to balance what they want to do with what they need to do. Over time, they build that inner voice that says, I haven't practiced my writing yet, and I know it's important, so I'll do that now. When children have a chance to practice making those choices every single day, they grow into adults who don't need someone standing over them to get things done. They learn to lead themselves. Now, here's where we get bold. The Montessori work cycle breaks away from the tradition of compliance that's been baked into school for over a century. Traditional education was designed during the Industrial Revolution to produce workers who could follow instructions, meet quotas, and not question authority. Rows of desks, identical assignments, bells that signal your every move. That's training for obedience, not empowerment. The work cycle says you're capable of deciding what matters right now. You can sustain focus without someone directing your every move. You can take responsibility for your own growth. That's not just academic skill. That's preparation for self-governance, active citizenship, for shaping a human, just, and humane society. When we give children this daily practice of freedom with responsibility, we're planting seeds for the future. A child who learns to manage their time at age 7 becomes a teenager who can organize a community project without waiting for permission. A child who learns to choose meaningful work becomes an adult who can choose ethical action in the face of injustice. A child who learns to persist through a challenging math problem becomes an adult who persists in solving problems our world hasn't yet faced. This is why Montessori is not just about teaching reading or math differently. It's about building the conditions for liberation. And liberation is the soil in which social responsibility in social consciousness grow. The Montessori work cycle isn't just a classroom routine, it's a quiet revolution. If more of us gathered along this path, if more schools trusted children with time, choice, and responsibility, we'd be shaping a generation ready to think deeply, act boldly, and live with empathy. So the next time you see a Montessori child fully absorbed in their work, remember, you're not just witnessing learning, you're witnessing the making of a freer, more conscious future. And that's a secret worth sharing. Thanks for watching. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because the more of us who understand the power of the work cycle, the closer we get to a world that works for everyone.